Hello, this is TowerClimb. It is a roguelike platformer. Everyone mixes up those terms anyway. Which means it has permadeath and pretty much all of the stages are procedurally generated. The main mechanics of the game are running, jumping, climbing, and item hopping. The goal of the game is to beat the game and get to the top of the tower, obviously. This can be easier said than done. So as you see, I'm running, I'm jumping, I'm climbing. These are all things you can do in this game. When you're in the air, you can hop again if you have a purple aura, which you can get from jump berries, which are purple, or using a potion. There are four different potions. There are the purple potions, which are jump potions, which allow me to do that. There are the orange potions, which are corrosion potions, which allow you to break blocks. And then there are the green potions, they're teleport potions, which allow you to teleport from one place to another. I want to hit all these Path of Exiles to take me to these side areas like this, which is called Zara's Gallery. That is a silly name. All I have to do here is collect the coins, and I can skip a whole area. Usually it can be pretty hard to do, but I'm pretty practiced, so it's not really a big deal. I can do this without thinking for the most part. There are 4 phases to this gallery, if I remember correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 phases. So this is the last of it. I'm gonna hit the next stage. All the stages have three levels to each of them, with a few exceptions. And we're not really gonna hit those exceptions until chapter 2. I'm playing on easy mode, but I'm only playing on easy mode because that sucks. Let's get rid of it then. Because the game is really hard and it makes actually very little difference to the game. Except I get 2 revives, and if I get crushed I don't automatically die. That's really the only difference between normal and easy mode. So it's still hard even if it is on easy mode. For the most part, climbing is the slowest form of getting through this until you get gloves. And once you get gloves, it can become faster. It isn't necessarily faster still. This is kind of terrible. These worms are like the grossest thing ever. But I can deal with them. That death was dumb, but we'll get through it. What name is this? I don't even know. There are a few nuances to these mechanics. Oh, that's like the worst way to go. We can, when we die, we use a revive potion, and pretty much everything in this game kills you. So, that's one thing to keep in mind. If it looks like it's a thing, it probably can kill you. It's just a general rule to follow in this game. But yeah, it's faster to jump rather than climb because you jump a little faster than climbing. I can usually put in pretty good work to not having to jump. You know what? This will be faster. This is a level that I really hope to skip because it is slow. It is the slowest level in the game because we can get an event that causes fog or mist. It's a poison fog to pop up and kill you. So as I go through levels, I'm going to try and get pretty much as many golden berries, which are used as coinage for the witch to buy different things. This is actually an easy area. I'm not going to get that golden berry because it's not in a good place. But generally, good idea to get them. That one was actually in a pretty good place, so I can get it relatively safely. Pretty much, you can fly on those balloons and to get through the things. The fan blades, that's the word I'm looking for. They are more than things. They're people. They're real life potential. So here I'm in Heart. It's a bit of a harder level, especially if I get something called Excruciating Heat, which makes things more lava-y. As you can imagine, lava kind of kills you, and more than usual obstacles in this game, it actually can permanently kill you if you fall in the lava that's just shown on the ground. I'm going to wait for this geyser. All the geysers operate on a timer that is on screen. So as soon as I get on screen, they will explode after about 8-ish seconds, give or take. Something like that. So if you go fast enough, you can actually just go right through them. I think I can grab this. No, I can't. Not like that. It's not worth getting. Too much climbing to get to it. You want to, like I said before, you want to minimize your climbing as much as you can. Especially if you don't have gloves, which it looks like the game's not going to give me too many gloves, which sometimes it decides to do, and I can account for that, no problem. There aren't a lot of major glitches or exploits in this game, but there is one thing I do utilize a lot is called mega jumps, and that's where you can combine the aspects of two different kinds of jumps into one. The running jump, which is a little lower but faster, and then there's this actually, and then there is the walking jump, which is higher but it doesn't go as quickly. So I can get a high jump height while going fast. It's really nice, useful in a lot of places, and tends to save you a lot of berries. These bats are in my way, but if I just walk into them, they'll probably fly. So we're through Heart, and now we're in the ruins, which is a more icy place, because every video game needs an ice level in order for it to be good, with nice slippery mechanics and decent ways to die. The ruins are more of an item waster in this game than anything. This is a place where a mega jump is actually useful. I'm going to basically be just trying to get as many jumps as I can so that I can get through this game quickly. They're about the quickest thing that I can use to progress, and of course, as a speedrun, I want to progress pretty quickly. Every time I blow up the spikes, I can get a bunch of spikes out of them, which can be useful for item hopping, which is a mechanic in this game that is pretty much one of the core aspects of it. It's really, this is a place where I need to make a jump off of using wind. The wind allows you to jump up really high, but it can be a little hard to use. But once you get it down, you can do a lot of really fast ascensions. We'll just use a jump there instead. We actually have quite a few, so we shouldn't be that stingy with them. Actually, that kind of stinks because I wanted to grab that blast berry. I didn't think the icicle would fall on it. So we're through ruins, and now we're going to go into Ascension, which is it utilizes those balloons from earlier, but I'm gonna have to not touch the walls. As you can see, they're covered in poison gas. Kind of kills you, kind of disrupts things a little bit. There's a trick I can use with these balloons called zipping that allows me to fly from where the balloon is all the way to the top. But I have to have it on the ground, and It's not really safe to use here because of the poison gas. My time's a little slow for compared to my normal time, especially because I don't have gloves. That's not really too big a deal because I don't have gloves, and that's really what you need for getting through this game really quickly. But you can still get through it quickly without. And I have a lot of jump potions, which will make up for that. I'm gonna have to use this to get up there. Good. I have one more. As I said earlier, at least I think I said, there are three parts to every series of levels, with a few exceptions, all of them being in Chapter 2. We're currently in Chapter 1, which is not as interesting as Chapter 2 for the most part, but still a good area. Things get really intense once you hit Chapter 2, and we have to go through a boss before we get there, and her name is Christelle. I got a seed. I'm gonna have to use this spring box. I'm saving this spring box for much later in the game. It's used to skip a whole chunk of a level, but looks like I might want to use it for another area, just to possibly get gloves from guaranteed chests. So I'm gonna fight Christelle. It's less of a fight and more of a avoid monsters for a little bit. You can actually put names in the game, which is why my name in the game is yeah, sure, right, of course, okay. Kind of silly. Something that can be used for incentives. She's gonna spawn in a bunch of random fish, then a bunch of random rats, and then I'm gonna have to put some orbs on a thing, and then she summons lava, and then we're through this. It's not too bad. You can just avoid all of it a whole lot. You can see the swimming mechanics here. You didn't get to see it earlier, but there were some levels that could have been waterlogged. The rats I can just climb away from. If they do climb up after me, which rats can do, I can drop down and drop something, but they'll probably not do that. They tend to keep down and at best not get like a quarter of the way across the ceiling on the top. So Christelle is one of the kind of antagonists of the game. She only shows up a few times. This is one of them, one of the times. If you do the super secret ending, you'll get to see her again, but we're not doing that because this is just any percent. It requires you doing something really hard. But yeah, we're not doing that for this run. So our main antagonist of the game is Zardo, and he's the guy who, I can't remember if he owns the tower. Well, he definitely owns the tower, but I can't remember if he built it. The lore is a little mixed on that. They're kind of like Dark Souls in their lore. Less is more, so to speak. Oh crap! I forgot to use my seed. Oh well, I can use it here. 2, 3. I was supposed to use it before she teleported me. I was so distracted explaining things. And that way you can use those jumps a little faster. No big deal. I forgot to split, which I forget my splits all the time. We're already through Ascension on our Chapter 1 split. We're gonna use these orbs to item hop. I'm gonna use this spring box coming up to get some chests, but first we're gonna do the one safe zip of this game. Unless I mess it up. Which I did, but I can fix it. It's still faster than going through it normally. I lost the door though. There we go. That's Chapter 1 down. Not too bad. The guaranteed chests are here. Here's Christelle again. She'll talk, but I'm gonna actually skip her dialogue and use this spring box to get to some chests relatively safely. 1, 2, 3. I was hoping for gloves, but I didn't get them. It's okay. So now we're gonna go through the segmentation plan. This is where things get really good in the game. This is the start of chapter 2, and we're really, really good on resources. These yellow blocks can give you jumps or corrosion potions. They seem to want to give me the corrosion potions right now. I don't know why. Like, seriously, give me these corrosions. And I messed up a mega jump there, which is why I was just like hanging in the air. This is actually something I want more than crap. I wanted that a little more than the sword, but we'll make do. This is a very intense level, and it's one of the harder ones in the game. This next section especially can be really, really tough, but I should be able to get through just fine. Basically, this is one of the few places in the game where you actually climb down rather than just... I actually got all of the jumps I wanted right away. That's really nice. I want 4 jumps. If you have more than 4 jumps, you will die. That's why the little red flash showed up there. But it'll make this whole section a lot more bearable to get through faster. We're gonna... Actually gonna grab these berries and be a little greedy just for safety's sake. I don't really need the corrosion potion, so I don't have to worry about holding on to them, because the next area is the Vault Caves. And that's a place where you get to use these things called adhesion berries, which are basically like big grappling hooks that are one-time use. Here, if I just go as quickly as I can, nothing is in danger, except I didn't go as quickly as I could. So that's a revive potion usage. I think that's the first one of this run too. I just have to save a few berries for being able to rebuy them. There should be a witch around here too. She's usually hanging out. These volt blocks are deadly. If I touch them while they are blinking, I will die. Generally, don't want to die. Looks like she's not. She's probably off in the lower or upper left corner. It's too slow to get to them. These adhesion berries are actually a little tricky to use, but once you get the hang of them, they're super fun. Nah, let's climb. It's fine. And they're plentiful through these levels too. I'm gonna play this a little safe. Grab this berry here, even though we really don't need it like at all. We are so good on resources. There's a witch. My eyes were bigger than my ability there. There we go. Now we're good. We have all our revives back. We got a bunch of jumps. We are set for like a good long while actually. Here we also encounter beebles. They're kind of the most scary thing in existence because they hunt you down horizontally and kill you. Usually if you just ignore them, they leave you alone. Just like every terrible thing that you may or may not hate or like. See? Just ignore him. Pretend he's not there and you are fine. Those Snuffleupagus, Snuffleuffle, those weird, really Scott-esque things are, I don't even know what to call them. I don't even know that they really have a name, but they give you gas. I think gas bags are what they're called actually. Gas bags. They're gas bags. That's right. I think I learned that recently. They give you a bunch of jump potions, but they can give you too many and end up killing you. So you have to be wary of that when you utilize them. You know, good at the game, don't really have to worry about it too much. Just gonna be greedy here. There's a Beeble on screen, which means he's looking at me with those eyes. He wants me, maybe a little too much. Usually hanging and climbing at the same time is a little slower. Whew, that was a little close. But we can make it work. And I think I'm gonna jump right into a volt block third death actually. There we go. And we're through the vault caves, probably one of the more dangerous areas of this game. And here I'm gonna do something called wheel skip. It saves like minutes of time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We use 15 jumps and just skip that whole wheel section. This is a section where you have to run on wheels to switches to open doors, but that's the one place where you don't have to open a door. You run on the right side of every wheel to get it through, and then it's good. Like, you just have to not fall off the wheel, which is something a lot of beginners tend to fall off on. The further you are over on the wheel, the faster it goes, so you kind of have to get good at being able to not fall off the wheel but make it go fast nonetheless. If it hits these chain sections like it has at the end there, then it will pull it all along automatically, which is really great. Don't always hit it though. Here we encounter goons, golems. They have a variety of names, but oh crap. We use this. Good thing we had this sword, eh? You can also throw a sword. Ooh, that's actually really good. I'm glad I got that. That'll save us like a minute of time, give or take. I did not realize this was used. I would not have saved it for as long as I did. Still have a movement optimization here. The shoes are really, you'd think they'd be good for the wheels, but they're actually really, really bad for them. They make you go too fast and you tend to slip off more. This area is a little scary, which the music kind of indicates. You can hear the tension. I'm looking ahead for breaks in the wheels so that I can skip wheels. Because wheels are always slower than just traveling and running normally. And you can see here it just goes up and down and every which way. So I have to be careful to look ahead and not fall off. This one doesn't look like it's going to break, and it definitely isn't. It's going to go all the way to the end, but I have to hit the switch at the end. And that's the most important thing for me to do, just hit that switch. Sometimes they can hit a chain sequence that automatically takes it to the end. Zardoland's a place where it actually has 4 sections, and we're going into the third one. I'm surprised I still have these. I usually use these up fairly quickly. This place can go really fast or really slow depending on how lucky you are. I don't need that. Oh, I should not be too greedy. That's actually really lucky. I need that spring box. Okay, so this is where the wheels finishing themselves comes into play. I need to hit 4 switches, and if there are long chain sequences, I can get the wheels all the way to the end, which is it's just nice, you know. It just really saves time, not having to worry about specific wheel parts. This one, I only got 1 auto finisher though, so this one I'm gonna have to run all the way to the end. These cannons can throw you out. They're really, really cool, super good mechanic. This one will auto finish. I'm gonna grab these berries because they're actually nice to have. I'm gonna fling myself onto this ball. Oh. When he throws those grenades into the block there, it can actually hit you and kill you. I don't want that. And we're through Zardaland. Now we go. There's a optional basketball game here that's really cool and fun to watch. And this is where the spring box comes into play. And I use it to skip that whole area right there, and we're gonna go up these stairs. I jump away to basically make my jump just barely hit the block. It's a weird movement optimization, but it works well. The club is cool, but I can't break anything, or the bouncer will come after me and toss me out of the club. So I'm basically forbidden from using explosives here. I have to collect 3 coins. They're called Zard coins, and those will allow the bouncer to let me through at the end of this stage. Actually, yeah, I'll hold on to some berries here. There's a lot. If you pay attention, there's a lot of stuff going on. There are so many things that can kill you. I'm pretty much just gonna avoid them all and hope that they don't kill me. I mean, the club can be really safe or really unsafe depending on what it throws at you. You can get really, really, really bad RNG or really good RNG. And you just learn to cope with whatever hand you get. Here I got actually pretty good RNG. So that's one. There are only 2 Club Zs in this area. Rather, Club Z is one of those areas that only has 2. Those lava dancers can be a little scary. We're going to teleport here for speed. This is actually the place that I get teleports for in this game. Otherwise, they're not entirely useful. You have to really be strategic with your use of them. I barely missed that actually, but I thankfully saved myself with a jump. So these glow stickers start becoming a real problem around here. Thankfully the witches give you a little adrenaline boost, which allows you to climb faster. And that got us through there. It could have been a sticky situation had we not gone faster. It kind of sucks that we don't have any gloves, because those are actually really, 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 really useful for the upcoming area. I have to get the last coin now, which should be over here. It's always in the same place. Originally they're going to make it random, but they thankfully didn't and made it very predictable where they're going to be. Alright, still have one of these. This can be useful. It's not too late for me to get gloves. I'm going to wait for this lava dancer for safety. Grab this. It's interesting. I haven't really seen a pattern that takes you to the right like this. And we're through the club. Nice and easy. Now we hit an obelisk that kind of just tells you to be still. The temple is a very scary place. And we got a bloodlust one, which is even worse. I can work with that. So basically the temple is where they have their weird Zardo-esque religion. This is called the Corrupted Temple, and it's a little tougher than the normal one. This is not a good way to go. This is also another place where we want jumps. There are these watchers that watch you. Wow, 2 in a row. That is weird luck. These are actually faster than the normal temple, which is nice and just a little more dangerous, but I find them not to be as dangerous. I'm going to lead him away. If you get him off screen like that, he will not be as much of a hindrance. I still have plenty of jumps. And there are berries there that I really, really want, so I'm going to grab them. The watchers in the regular temple cannot be... it can't be shook off like that, so they can be a little more dangerous to have on... See you. Spear is really good. Am I gonna get a third bloodlust temple? No. Okay, this is a normal temple. This is how it usually is. You want to go through the center more. I'm gonna actually rush through here. Oh wow! Usually don't have those devotees. Crush down like that. There we go. Temple down. So that's a place that really goes through your resources. I don't need that. I don't need that. Could have used that earlier. Didn't realize I had an invulnerable orb. You have 6 item inventory slots, and they are very easy to lose track of. I don't want this anymore because it actually is dangerous. I stop here because I want to see where I'm going. I don't need any more golden berries at this point. We're in the last section of the game, and we just want to go as quickly as we can through here. There's another section that's very nice to have gloves for, but what can you do? And this vine is just not placed in the best place. This is basically like think of it like Sen's Fortress from Dark Souls. I don't know why I grabbed that actually. I don't need it at all. Safety. Alright, that's one down. There are 3. Just full of traps. Loaded with them. That eye's in a bad place. Actually, not a bad place. We'll slow down a little bit for this, because we got terrible luck. But really just rushing through this as quickly as we can. Whoa. Don't want to fall in that lava. Also don't want to get hit by that eye laser. 2. And we'll use this. Oh, hey. There was a blastberry right there at the entrance. It's still good to have a bunch of jumps at the end, but it's a little late for that chest. Don't really need it. Don't have... So basically if I have enough jumps at the end, I can just, through Zenith, I can just jump through the credits and make it fast, but no luxury there. So now we have a 10-minute auto-scroller where Zardo, the main antagonist that you haven't seen much at all through the whole game, wants to play tennis with us. He laughs at our attempt to get through on easy mode, but yeah, he doesn't understand the intricacies of this difficult game. So this is actually not too hard. I have 2 revives. I don't need to use any of my potions for this. They give you a sword. Oops, I want to get rid of my boots just for the fight. It's all on this platform. The music is amazing in all of this. Like, this would be a good place just to listen to the music. But for the most part, I'm just swinging this sword throughout. There is very little time to save, except on these tennis sections right here, where you hit a ball back and forth. It increases with each part. Sword will come back to you if you throw it away, so you can do multiple item hops with it. And here's where the music gets good. So we have our wave here. There's 3 of them. This is entirely predictable. This is one of the few things in the game that just is not random. I think the places where he throws the balls can be random, but that's about it. Of course, this fight gets harder as you get through it, but I mean, if you've done it before, it's kind of a joke. So for these sections where you're doing the ball back and forth, you just want to be as close to him as you can get and hit the ball as quickly as you can. And that's how you save time on this. There's a trick I do where I can always be at the edge, but usually you want to back up a little bit for safety's sake. So it's a tad bit slower, but it's like half a second to a quarter second at most. It's interesting that the final boss on this is kind of is like the one thing in the game that's not entirely random. But it's definitely hard the first time you fight him. Like you never get to Zardo and get through him on your first try. I don't think there's any record of that. I think when the game came out, it took me like a week to get past Zardo, just because of various things that they actually ended up making it easier. Because it was a tad BS, but now I can do it practically with my eyes closed. I probably wouldn't do this blindfolded ever, but that's a possibility. Let's see, I think he does his ball next. Yep. I like to hit his balls. Whoops. If I die, it's not even a big deal, honestly. I have lost 2 lives. It's still not a big deal. I'm gonna take this safer though. This is the one place where you kind of can die. His ball. I still don't need revive potions though. It's so easy. But my cocky attitude might come bite me in the booty. So let's not play this unsafe. This is a section that I often forget about. So I'm gonna hit this ball back and forth. This would probably be like a good time for like donation reading and stuff. All this fight. Can't mess that up. I can do that a little faster, but I don't need to. It's probably gonna end up being like a 45-minute run, give or take. Yeah, it seems about right. And that's like taking it a little safe in certain parts of the game and not getting gloves. If I get gloves, this is a faster run. Here, I just I use the cannons to move around his beam. If I fall into the lava, I die and it's game over. This isn't too bad though. I can actually skip some of these cannons for funsies, but it has no impact on the speed. He rotates faster and faster as he goes, and he has a little cue that he's about to switch directions. This is also probably like the most hype music in the game. This soundtrack is so good. Much enjoyment can be gotten from it. So that's his cue that he's about to stop, and for me to turn around. You can just aim into like the next cannon where it's aiming. I know speedrunners love auto-scrollers, so that's why they put this in the game. Of course, for speedrunners. It's all set. I know how much to turn them for where I want them to, so it's not too bad. After we finish this cannon phase, he's gonna go through a few of the other phases he's already done, but just a tiny bit faster. It's not too bad though. It's ironic that Zardo calls you a thief and says he hates thieves, because he totally pops up once in a while in the game and just takes your stuff. he's gonna start going down on me here. Not like in the way I want though. He's just trying to kill me. This is all scripted though, so like I'm not concerned. Just go down. We're almost through this cannon section here. I usually store my sword for it, but you don't really need to. First he does hands. He's gonna. The creators were very much influenced by Zelda in this. You can see that with the hand slapping here, because that comes from Ocarina of Time. What was that boss's name? Bongo Bongo or something like that. I played the game. I'm just terrible with names. He's gonna repeat his laser shooting here. I'm gonna jump them. And he's gonna go into his Dragon Ball phase. Throw down more laser balls. Let's be faster than 45 minutes. Could be like 44. But this is when he's at his fastest. It just seems like he's frustrated with me and wants to kill me. I don't know why. I mean, I'm only trying to steal a sword. Not a big deal. Thieves steal all the time, you know? And these balls aren't scripted. They are actually pretty random, but I think they somewhat do home in on you. But it's not too bad. I can destroy them if I want with the sword, but it's better to just avoid them unless you're playing with them. But since I'm playing it safe because I stupidly died on that ball phase, I'm just gonna play it safe and work around the balls. It is known that Zardo is an expert ball handler. And we're almost through this. Oh yeah, this might actually be 44 minutes. No, it's probably gonna be 45. He does this much faster than before. As long as you anticipate it's okay though. This is totally Ganondorf. Speaking of that Ocarina of Time reference. Hitting a big ball of energy back and forth. For this phase, I go pretty much halfway back for safety. One more? No, one more now. And now we're done with Zardo. Now we just have to go to the credits. This might be 44. Three, four, and then we just toss away our stuff. Interesting note, these credits are actually backwards. I even use my corrosion potions. I'm throwing them to my hand so I can item hop with them. I'm not the greatest at that. I have 5 golden berries and they're total waste. And that's TowerClimb. Done, finish here. You get a nice little victory card here. The game is full of death cards, but this is one of the victory cards you can get for the game. So, hope you enjoyed that. And that's it. Farewell.